Hey everybody, it's Ann Kaplan from Mom Me and Ann Kaplan Childbirth Services coming to you live on this Tuesday, and I want to talk today about a huge switch that I made in my life. So it's summertime and I've talked about it before. That means I'm spending a ton more time with my kids than I usually am, and my kids are with me all day long instead of having this chunk of time when I don't have kids with me. And what do I notice when I'm spending more time with my kids? I notice that I talk and talk and talk all day long and no one is listening to me. I feel like I'm screaming into a black hole. I lecture, I nag, I remind, I scream, and nobody is listening to me. And it's so frustrating. And then yesterday I had this hello. And you know what's the worst, most frustrating part of momming? It's like, you know what you need to do. I know what I need to do to have the parenting life that I want, the life outside parenting that I want. I know what I need to do. And I just keep forgetting and doing stupid crap instead. Like stupid crap like actually trying to parent my kids, which is a complete waste of time. And that's what this video is about today. What we think of as parenting is a complete waste of time, and I want you guys to stop doing it right now. So I'm going to just share a little tiny story with you guys about what was happening with me a while back, which was I noticed that my kids were starting to behave really disturbingly. They were throwing tantrums all of the time. They were like really flying off the handle when it just didn't seem appropriate, like super overreacting, really angry outbursts. It felt like our house was just full of like anger and rage all the time. And I tried everything I could think of to get the kids to behave better. You know, I had consequences. I had like a reward system. I would give them lectures and try to talk to them and using love and logic and all of the things that I knew I was supposed to do. And even though I was doing all of the right things, nothing was working until I sort of just kind of took a step back and watched my kids, and I realized that they were handling their life the same way that I was handling my life. So I might be trying to teach them like peace, calm, kindness, acceptance, trust, all of that stuff, but I was not walking that talk at all. I was completely exhausted. I was totally depleted. I was really basically on the verge of having a complete breakdown and losing it in front of my kids pretty much all the time. Now, I didn't lose it in front of my kids most of the time. I kept it together, but kids aren't stupid. They could tell that I was like not in a good place. And so I really had an epiphany right in that moment, which was I was spending all of this energy trying to raise my kids to have a life as adults and also as children that was different than how I felt. I wanted them desperately not to feel the way that I feel. I wanted them desperately never to experience depression, never to have negative self-talk or self-loathing or to feel badly about themselves. But I was totally failing. All of my efforts in trying to desperately get my kids to be a certain way, all I was doing was turning them into me. And so what I realized from that was I needed to completely switch the way I was thinking. And I just made one little change that I'm going to tell you guys about right now that completely transformed my home life, my marriage, my relationship with my children, and myself, which was to quit parenting and start modeling. So we know, how many times have we heard the expression, do as I say, not as I do? Well, the reason why that's an expression is because that never works. The kids don't do what you say, they do what you do. And what we're doing, whether we want to or not, is we're raising our kids to be ourselves. So if you imagine, just a picture in your mind right now, a pie chart of all the energy and time that you have in a day, and even just all the energy and time that you are in the presence of your children. That's a big pie chart right here. And if you picture that pie chart, there's a tiny sliver of that pie chart that's the amount of time you're spending actually like parenting, like giving your kids a really insightful talk where you're like just downloading your sagely wisdom to them, or consequencing them for making bad decisions and singing the uh-oh song if you guys use love and logic, or having a chore wheel or a little sticker chart, or all of those things that we all do That's this tiny, tiny little sliver of the pie chart. And the rest of that pie chart is the rest of the time that your kids are with you and you're just being you and in the presence of your child. You're just living your life and you're also in the presence of your child. That big chunk of your pie chart, that is what is grooming your children. That is what is raising your children. This tiny little sliver, those are just tools and techniques. Useful, but that's not parenting. That's not what's actually crafting your child, and that's not what's creating the space that your child is developing in. So all of this effort that I was putting into, getting my kids to feel better about themselves and all of this stuff, it was totally failing because I felt like crap about myself. And I needed to recognize that my kids, your kids, are learning to be whoever you are. That's what you're teaching your kids every minute. By being you, you're teaching your kids to grow up to be you. So the best move that you can ever make in your life as a parent, the best gift that you can ever give your family is to live the life you want your child to have when they grow up, or live the life you want your child to be experiencing right now. So if you want, and I know that we all want, our children to feel happy and whole and nourished and comfortable and safe and peace and all of those things, you have to live that too. So the best thing that you can do for your kids is to take care of yourself, to heal yourself, any wounds that you have, emotional wounds, physical wounds. Maybe you have some physical depletion and nourishment issues. All of those things are gifts that you give your children. The best thing you can do for your children is to be whole. Model the balanced, whole, happy person that you want your kids to be. So getting myself back in alignment, my head, my heart, my body, all of it was so out of whack. Getting that back in alignment was the best gift I could have ever given my family and my kids. Our home life is so different now, you guys. I wish I could just put it into words, the 180-degree flip that our family has experienced. And I watched my children's behavior become so much more easeful and relaxed, and I'm so much closer with them and all of those things because I took care of myself. I promise you, that's what I did. I didn't do anything to my kids. I just got my head back on straight. And the bonus is I got to do that for my kids, and now I actually get to be happy and whole and experience the life that I wanted to live all along. So making that switch was so profound to me that it inspired me to start Mom Me. And that's what I do every day now. I help moms find the inner game that they need to make that switch for themselves. And that's what I'm going to be doing on August 3rd. So you've heard me talk about it before. I'm going to keep talking about it because it is so important, you guys. On August 3rd in the evening, 6 p.m., I'm going to be hosting a very small group of 10 women in my home. We're going to have wine, we're going to have appetizers, and we're going to be spending the evening doing just what I've been talking about, getting ourselves back in alignment. And the workshop is called Crafting Your Compass because that's what we're going to be doing. We are going to be crafting the compass that's right for each and every one of us to steer our ship with our families. And the whole workshop is just about dropping that mom guilt and giving yourself permission to care for yourself and figuring out how to feel like yourself again and getting those tools so that when challenges and unexpected things come up for you, you know how to handle it because you have that compass. So Crafting Your Compass, a Balanced Mama mini workshop. I cannot wait to see you guys there. And if you register and use the promo code BALANCE on registration, you'll get $5 off this already super cheap workshop. It's only $20, you guys. And I really just can't wait to see you guys. So share this out, bring a friend, tag somebody in this video that you know could use this message today, guys. And truly, truly, truly consider taking care of yourself a gift that you give your family because it really absolutely is. I hope that's helpful to you. I can't wait to see you on August 3rd and have an amazing Tuesday, everybody. Bye.